All right, we've got epic adventuring music. I see a big giant head. The Coke Zero is standing by. I think it's time for Adventures After Dark. Hi, everybody. It's Big Ed Mustafa. Welcome. And I just wanted to make sure all my audio is working. Come on, Lotro, load. You can do it. I believe in you. And audio levels look okay. Let's clear out some task items. It's kind of my thing. Where's a good place to start? I guess I've got a lot of rusted scimitars. We can get rid of a bunch of those. That should start the task at hand. And why do we do task item turn-ins, boys and girls? Because they're good and good for you. You get experience points, item experience points, war steed experience points, reputation points. You earn titles, you earn cosmetics. And if you turn in enough of them, you even earn Lotro points for the Lotro store. Most importantly, it helps you get junk out of your bags. Why do I do my task item turn-ins every single day? Because every single day it would be really nice to have a couple of extra pack slots open. Antler says they're horrible and no one should do them. And that's why you're behind on levels, Antler, because you're not doing your task item turn-ins. That and because you skipped the air show. If you'd come to the air show, your characters would all be level 150 by now.
How can I be of service? How can I be of service?
Where's my thingy? There it is. I have found my thingy. I have placed it in the thing that holds the thingies. And it is good. I think I have a ring to sell. It's a ring of will.
How may I help you today?
Potton Finberry checking in. Hello, Potton. How the heck are you? I see you're doing no shave early. I like to start around the 1st of October. And that way, when No Shave November starts, I don't look like I just started. I do cheat up a little bit. Also, atypically, I do have a Coke Zero standing by. I am starting tonight's stream with cookies and milk as my snack. I'm sure Potton Finberry is eating something even more delicious at this point. But for me, I'm happy with cookies and milk. Just don't tell Mrs. M.
Early.
And guess what kind of cookies, Antler?
Coke Oreo cookies.
You are correct. I have bought a pack of the Coke flavored Oreos, and I will be enjoying some of them.
And you just dropped one on camera.
Well, I dropped it on my keyboard and it's fine. I just dipped it in milk.
I've been trying to find the bottles, but I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah, my candy guy Marty at Smidge's Snacks had the cookies. He did not have the soda.
I heard that it had sort of the like a regular Coke flavor, but then it's in the aftertaste for the soda. Like you'll get when you'll feel it.
It's hard to describe the cookie flavor because it's like a regular Oreo, but you can kind of taste that Coke. And there's something kind of bubbly or sparkly about the cookie flavor. It's weird. It was good.
Almost like Pop Rocks.
Maybe. Ponton is doing good. Ponton is enjoying waffle cone swirl ice cream. So I have decided that once again this winter I will sport the beard. Back by popular demand, loved the world over by everyone except Mrs. Mustafa.
Which means we might be getting a headless head that by the end of the winter.
That just left a whole world of comments open, and I'm not going to touch any of them. We're going to keep it classy here on Lotro Stream. So the Wednesday night crew, we went out and picked up roving threats of the North Downs, roving threats of Evandem, and then roving threats of Forakel, and got all of those knocked out. That was fun. And we were teasing Bria that if she didn't show up tonight, we'd all go out and do roving threats of Southern Mirkwood without her. But we probably won't. I don't know, maybe we will. It's hard to say. Task limit reached. No surprise there. Gipio checking in. I also have, and I've never tried these before, I kind of ordered them by accident. I went to order those lemon sandwich cookies, the Great Value cookies, and accidentally ordered a pack of these lemon dipped shortbreads. I generally like shortbread cookies, and I imagine these are probably going to taste really good.
Oh my god, Gipio's chickening out tomorrow night.
It's okay. He promises to show up every weekend and then never makes it to shooty boats. Last week it was the hurricane. This week it's going to be Naval Reserve duty. Freelancer says, Gipio, you need to pick it up. Exactly.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Although really, most of my friends will generally make up any excuse to miss out on playing Apex with me. Up to and including faking their own death, so... At least Gipio has a quasi-legitimate excuse. Hey, now I put up 3 stars in the naval battle today. You did? That's awesome. I would have done a lot more already, but Mrs. M wanted me to feed her dinner, so I had to take care of that. Giving away Velars again. Nice. Oh, and come to think of it, I think it was suggested that I should check Lotro Slack, and I have not done that yet. I'll wait and do it another time. Mrs. M was a good girl today, and she went to physical therapy and worked hard and brushed her teeth and didn't give me too much fuss about anything. So when she wanted sushi again for dinner, I actually got a couple of salmon teriyaki bento boxes delivered. They included some tempura, a few pieces of sushi, and some crab shumai, along with miso soup and salad. It was all very good.
You should check your Slack, Ed.
All right.
You're such a slacker.
You're not wrong about that. I definitely am a slacker. Well, I was going to wait and do it later, but we'll take a peek. And nothing.
Really?
Yeah, thanks for the build-up,
Well,
Egartha,
at the
but
very least, you should have gotten some sort of pointer to the new images
yeah,
for the
those are in general
expansion.
chat. Yeah.
Okay, but there should have been some other stuff too. All right,
Well, let me go back and look
maybe
again here.
maybe my sources are incorrect.
Okay, who's your source? And maybe we need to go, you know, have a little conversation with them.
I would say if you're up at approximately 8 a.m. EST tomorrow morning, you may find out.
Give you a
If
hint.
you're
It was
watching the
probably
live
the guy
stream.
who shoots Snoopy down all the time. Yeah, it's I don't know.
Hmm. Okay. Well,
There are some graphics that I could pick up and use.
yeah, they're sort of trying to imply that people should be putting them up as overlays on their screens and stuff.
And if I ever used any
But
overlays at all, I would probably consider it. That's all right. At least I can rest assured that I'm not missing anything. Singer says, Egartha incorrect about something? What has the world come to?
Well, hopefully, well, we were wrong about the Huskers losing last week.
Ginger
So
checking in. I never said the Huskers were going to lose. I just said I didn't know how they were going to do.
they won.
Yeah, 4-1. We're almost bowl eligible. We get Rutgers at home tomorrow.
Yeah, let's see. It's supposed to be like 93 or 95 degrees tomorrow, and it's a 3 o'clock game.
It's so random, too. It's like it's been 70, 75 the last 3-4 days. Tomorrow it's going to be like 95 degrees, and then it drops back down into the 70s for a high the whole rest of the week.
Sunday the low is supposed to be like 41.
I think it just means that somebody up there wants the Huskers to have to sweat a little. It's probably good for them.
Well, then make it 100 degrees and we'll have a conversation.
Antler, did you say hi to Ginger?
Hello, Ginger.
I was pretty sure I sent invites out to everybody. Crasher's loading. Forbin Kid doesn't like me anymore.
You were buried behind my task item turn in.
Well, there you go. At least it was a good reason.
Loading I've been in for a while. I've already done
No, it said had to wait for you to finish loading. Maybe you were transitioning screens? Then there were 4. So I had a weird realization today, and it turned into a rather lengthy conversation with my coworker Victor, because I literally had never stopped to consider this before. Of all of the possible meats in the whole world, I think turkey might be my least favorite.
Why?
It's usually bland and often disappointing. And I was like, I can't think of another meat that I prefer less than turkey. It's not that I dislike turkey. It's not that I don't eat turkey occasionally. And occasionally even have very good turkey. But more often than not, if I order something with turkey, the turkey just disappoints. It's too lean. It's flavorless. It's under-seasoned. And turkey's always, more often than not, turkey's just very disappointing. And then I got to thinking about it, and of the 5 different types of bird I've eaten, which include duck, quail, chicken, turkey, and pheasant, turkey's even my least favorite bird. Skip all the other meats. If I went to a restaurant and I had my choice between roasted turkey or liver and onions, I'd order the liver and onions.
I think that would be the line where I would accept the turkey.
But yeah, we were trying to name stuff. Bologna. I'd probably eat a bologna sandwich before I would eat a turkey sandwich. Moose?
No, goose.
Goose.
Duck. You didn't mention goose.
I have not had goose.
Goose, duck, pheasant, quail, all good.
Yeah, I had mentioned duck, pheasant, quail, and of course turkey and chicken. But by and large, even chicken, if you like, particularly chicken thigh meat, juicy, flavorful, yummy, holds up to cooking very well.
So many people are foolishly hypnotized or brainwashed into only wanting white chicken
It's baffling to me.
when there's so much more flavor in the dark.
Yeah, I had talked about how crazy I thought my whole family was the whole time I was growing up. My sisters used to fight over the chicken breast. And I was like, yep, you guys go ahead and eat those chicken breasts. I'll just sit here and eat legs and thighs. And my whole family ate medium well steak and were Nebraskans. It's like, what the hell are you people thinking? Why would you want your steak halfway ruined? And that's why English is such a hard language to learn, because completely ruined and well done mean the same thing at a steakhouse. Zinger says turkey isn't a solo meat. It usually needs a complement. I agree. And you can dress it up, like if you do a turkey and ham club sandwich. Those are usually pretty good.
And a turkey and cheese sandwich.
Well, I don't know how many Gandalfo's franchises there are around the country. We have 2 of them here in Omaha, and they have a sandwich they call the Carnegie Hall, which is corned beef and turkey, and that's a good combination. And I made the comment that if I were making a sandwich at home, I would probably mix bologna and turkey together, because the turkey would add some texture to the bologna, and the bologna would add some moisture and flavor to the turkey. And actually, I bought peppered turkey breast not too long ago, and I was kind of laughing because I bought it for Mrs. M and I couldn't get her to eat it. And I kept offering her turkey sandwiches and she kept refusing them. And it got to the point where one morning I went out and made her a turkey and pepper jack cheese omelet for breakfast, and she wouldn't even finish the omelet. It's like, okay, well, if neither
Wow.
of us like turkey, I won't buy anymore. And I mean, I've
Well,
roasted
there's
a whole
a
turkey for Thanksgiving, and it's normally turned out pretty good, but it's just, why bother?
You can hide it in dressing and cranberries.
Yeah, yeah. Sandogal
there's a
says I'm
brand
not
of
a fan
lunch
of
meat.
turkey, but an experience in Taiwan taught me that I absolutely abhor sea slug meat. Okay, well, I haven't had sea slug meat, but I
No,
would
there's
believe
nothing,
that,
nothing to go after there.
yeah, it might be better. It might not be as good as turkey. That's not a tough sell, Sandogal.
So there's a brand of lunch meat that does a double peppered turkey that's that's quite tasty. And I regularly mix pastrami and turkey.
Well, there used to be a
That's my idea of a club without the Swiss.
yeah, that's a pretty good balance there. Like that Carnegie Hall with the corned beef and turkey, where the two kind of balance each other out. It makes the sandwich a little
Eh,
less.
the corned beef pretty much overruns the turkey unless it's got some spiciness to
Yeah.
it. Corned beef is it demands all the attention.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. The turkey would
Yeah.
tend to make the sandwich a little more mild without detracting from the meatiness of it. You could layer turkey in to give kind of an enhancement to the texture of the sandwich without having to put more expensive meat on there. Um, and there used to be I used to go to the grocery store, and at the deli counter they used to have turkey pastrami. It was just, a product made out of dark meat turkey.
Yeah.
It was reasonably fatty. It wasn't fantastic, but it was usually like $4 a pound. I mean, it was cheap and it was pretty good, and you could make sandwiches out of it. And it was like, okay. And like the cold cut combo at Subway is all turkey product. There's turkey ham, turkey bologna, and whatever the heck else they call the other turkey meat that's on there. And I don't mind a cold cut combo. It's not that I dislike turkey. It's not that I don't eat turkey occasionally, but it's just I pretty much would rather have anything else. And this just kind of stunned me. I had never really thought about it before. And for some reason we got on the topic of sandwiches, and I was like, wow, I did not realize this about me. Ponton says turkey is all right. Generally, if the big bird sat in a brine for a while, then rub butter under the skin, gets juicy from the brine. If it's smoked, it's better. Um,
I like it roasted.
yeah, if it's butter basted, if it's brined to keep some moisture, that would be a good thing. But yeah, I am just not into turkey.
I guess then Thanksgiving's off this year.
I've cooked Thanksgiving turkeys before, and they've turned out pretty good. And it's just like the juice isn't worth the squeeze. It's a lot of work to cook a turkey.
Usually do a ham for Thanksgiving
Yeah.
and duck.
And when you get done with the whole turkey, you just have turkey. It's like, ah. Although I think I've told the story before that I bought like a 12 or 15 pound bird one year to make Thanksgiving, and it was just me, my wife, and her mother. And my wife was yelling at me, going, "What'd you buy such a big bird for? What's wrong with you?" And then like 3 days later, I went to go make a sandwich, and all of the leftovers were already gone. It's like, wow. That's breathtaking. All right. So, what can four of us do for fun, fellas?
Well, I tried to finish Ashes and Stars
Mm-hmm.
to get it off my quest list, but the stupid black blade of Lebanon at the top of Doma Stairs. It doesn't care how over-leveled you are for the instant kills you anyway.
Zinger says
Yeah,
we
you
did
need to
tacos
kite.
tonight with ground beef because it was on sale, but normally we use turkey when it's cheaper. Ground turkey's a little different. I do use ground turkey occasionally.
You either need to kite that one, or you need to have something that can survive a huge amount of damage and survive, like a captain with you know, whatever that. I'm gapping on the name of it, but you know, the one that makes you invulnerable essentially to damage.
A shield.
No, the I keep
Guardian.
wanting to say standalone, but it's not standalone. It's jeez.
I know I
I
was
use it all
trolling
the
you.
time, and
So Potton says one thing I like is lamb pepperoni. Had it on a pizza before and it was delicious. I've never seen lamb pepperoni. I was talking about
Last Stand.
Last Stand. I made spaghetti bolognese with ground lamb a couple of weeks ago, and Mrs. M didn't really eat any, and I got to eat all the leftovers myself, and it was fantastic, both meals. Ground lamb is available from my Walmart neighborhood grocery for about the same price as decent ground beef, $6.88 a pound. And one of the side benefits of this longshoreman strike is that a lot of the beef that gets exported overseas normally goes through the Gulf and East Coast ports, and they're not going to be able to ship out beef while the strike lasts. So they're
The strike
probably
is suspended. The strike is off.
already.
Yes.
I was looking forward to cheap beef. That breaks my heart.
So, Governor DeSantis said there are 16 deep water ports in Florida. 4 of them are operated by ILA, and I'm sending in the National Guard to operate and protect those ports. And then Governor Abbott did the same for Texas. And then the guy said, okay, we're suspending the strike until mid-January.
That is okay.
Yeah.
Best 2 governors in the country stood up.
Well, remember, we don't talk politics. We don't talk politics on Lotro Stream.
I didn't say anything about politics.
You said the 2 best governors. Other people might disagree.
If you think that there's anybody who would argue with that,
I think there's a lot of our
There's-
friends who would argue with that.
okay, whatever.
I plead
Plenty
the
of
fifth,
people.
freelancer. I plead the
All right,
fifth.
people with any brains. All right.
Hence why we don't talk
Freelancer.
politics. Sergeant Major Fish says, yeah, the strike is over for 90 days until January 15th when they renegotiate the contracts. So this is the last thing I'm going to say about politics. I know a lot of people are very angst-ridden over the upcoming elections. And I was watching Fox News and they said that President Trump was a terrific president. But then I was watching CNN and they said that Vice President Harris would be an even better president than President Trump. So I am excited because I know no matter who wins in November, America wins because we've just got 2 great candidates that are up for the highest office. So given that news analysis, I don't see how we can lose. And that's all we're going to say about politics for the rest of the stream.
I plead the fifth.
What I did want to focus on was just getting everybody up to speed on all of the latest charges and the latest allegations in the Sean Combs case. Oh, hang on, I got a phone call. Yeah, hello. Yeah, this is Ed. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, we're not going to talk about that either. Never mind. Yeah, that was just a little gag. Never mind.
Yeah, did he?
Did he or did he not? I don't know. That's another topic we won't be broaching tonight. I will say the lemon shortbreads are yummy. They're not very shortbready though.
Bready or just less bread?
It's more like a lemon dipped sugar cookie. It's not bad. I was just told it was shortbread, and it doesn't taste like shortbread. I am a sucker for those Walker shortbreads from the UK. They're expensive, but they're super yummy.
The red package really stands out.
Zinger says, well, the stream was good while it lasted. Thanks, Zinger.
On a positive note, I did get my wireless Nintendo controllers for my computer today.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so now whenever I do my Nintendo games, I can just use the wireless controllers.
Good.
I got them for a 2-pack for $20 at Amazon.
That's a good deal.
What, did you see where Linus Sebastian tweeted that NVIDIA's next GPU is guaranteed to be compatible with a computer?
Nope.
Guaranteed, huh?
Well, he's half right as long as that computer's not a Mac.
The only way they
I mean, he did say a computer, so...
The only way they could guarantee that is if their driver reconfigures your whole computer to match the GPU.
Put the controllers in the PC advice channel in Discord if anybody wants to take a look.
Do you install a driver and the first thing you see is reformatting?
Yep. It installs its own operating system. The NVIDIA operating system.
Or or goes, oh, please go to this website so we can make adjustments to your system.
Is Linux the guy that used to do the marketing and demonstrations for NCIX computers way back?
That's the guy.
when?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Linus Sebastian.
Yeah,
Linus
that's where
Tech
I bought my current computer from way back when. So that tells you how old it is.
He
Wow.
would accept no blame.
Well, he didn't build it because I know he was out on the West Coast and I wasn't out there.
He's a Canadian. He's
And where do you think Forbin Kid is?
not in Toronto, is he? Is he
No,
in
he's
Vancouver?
out. He was
He's
out on the West Coast
Yeah, he's in Vancouver.
because of I think because it was all imported stuff that he was working with, and from there they extended out. And then I didn't buy enough hardware from them, and they went out of business.
Well, yeah, if you only buy one computer every 25 years, it's kind of tough to get repeat business.
Well, maybe two.
It's all your fault.
I don't know. Bob,
Does anybody
what do you
remember
think?
Google Gear?
No.
Nope,
Ed, you don't remember Google Gear?
not ringing a bell.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Wow. I'm alone. Okay, Google Gear, after Google became a thing, they got pressured and they eventually changed their name. They were a parts supplier. They were like Newegg, only they were better than Newegg to me.
Okay.
And they changed their name to Zip Zoom Fly.
I do remember Zip Zoom Fly. I don't remember them as Google Gear.
They were Google Gear before they were Zip Zoom Fly.
I remember Zip Zoom Fly, and I remember Tiger Direct.
Tiger Direct, they were always the cut rate, like
Yep.
like big lots of computer parts.
Which
I mean,
is,
they had some viable things, but most
yeah, if they had what you were looking for, it
pretty
was
low
fine.
grade.
And then, man, I'm trying to remember. There was somebody else I used to buy stuff from and then eventually quit. If you said their name, I'd go, yeah, that's them. but it was another outfit like that. I used to buy hardware from them before I started buying everything from Newegg.
The only other one that
CDW,
comes to
right?
mind is Micro Center, but I know you'd think of them.
Yeah, Micro Center. There's one about 2.5 hours south. I've never been. I've been to a Fry's when they were still around, but I didn't buy anything. And E. Arthur mentioned who else? CDW? No,
EDW,
no. I might have.
DNH Distributing, Geek Tech.
Nope. The weird part is, I think they might still be around, but it's been so long I can't even remember the name. It's not important.
ewiz.com,
CompuServe, Horizon Direct? Nope.
mwave.com.
M-Wave, that's who it was. I used to order from M-Wave, and that's been a long time. One of the things I like about Newegg, despite their occasionally less than stellar reputation, is I've built computers for friends 6, 7 years ago, and they'll call me up with a problem, and I'll be like, oh, wow, what was even in that machine? I can go back and look up my purchase history and see what I ordered from them. So I can know without cracking the box open exactly what model motherboard is in my friend's machine.
A7 and 8X.
Yeah, I can't imagine the last time I ordered from M-Wave. That's been quite a long time ago. Are they still around, E. Arthur?
I think they are.
Okay.
I don't know that I've ever ordered from them, but I've looked at them and window shopped in the past.
Yep. Google Gear got their cease and desist letter so fast I didn't even hear about them before the name change, Freelancer.
No, they were around before Google, the search engine,
Then why would they have to change their name?
because Google, the search engine, became very big, very fast.
Which means
No.
they could afford better lawyers.
It was, yeah, it was a.
Shouldn't matter.
It wasn't. Well, Goliath beat David. Okay.
Well, go take a look at Nissan.com and see what pulls up. There was another company that had that URL before Datsun started using Nissan in North America, and they fought like crazy and never got the URL away from them. I don't know why they wouldn't have just ponied up to buy it, but if Zip Zoom Fly changed their name and they'd been using it before the Google search engine, Google paid them.
That's what I believe happened.
Yeah, Google had to pay for that to happen. They weren't forced to do it legally. And the smart thing to do is take the money. There's nothing wrong with that.
Heck yeah.
But one of my favorite stories was whitehouse.com.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that.
So the official website is whitehouse.gov, and somebody had a spoof website, website.com, and they did kind of a parody of the official White House page. And was it the Clinton administration?
Yeah.
They did not like it, and they kept taking them to court and kept making a fuss over it. And nobody, they didn't offer him a buyout. It was, cease and desist letters, and you can't do that, and they never could beat him in court. And the guy ended up, just to spite them, or because of what his legal costs ended up being, or a combination thereof, he sold it off to an adult website company, and whitehouse.com became a prawn site for those of you who don't like shrimp. And yeah, I mean, that's just the unintended consequences of fighting a battle you can't win. So, yeah, the White House would have been a lot better off leaving him alone. But it makes for a good story.
Yeah, they could have had some pleasant conversations with a number of ISPs to create an intermediary point that would say, if you are attempting to reach the United States White House, and then do a potential redirect. That sort of thing has been done for other big name sources, where somebody bought up the base.com and they had to operate on a .net or a .org. They could get the DNI services to create an intermediary repointing option.
Yeah, there would have been much better ways that could have been handled.
Yeah, and it wasn't that common back in the 90s to be able to do that kind of thing against the wishes of the domain owner. Now, another story is, and this one's kind of relevant to southeastern Michigan because we have the big auto companies here, but you know how people have complaint websites? Well, there was one, gmsucks.com, and GM basically sued them out of existence, but what they left behind was a redirect to Ford.com.
What about the
So
Chevy?
if you don't like GM, then here's another website you might be interested in. Then Ford got really mad at them, and there was a big lawsuit. And yeah, it was one of the early cases that tested the limits of what you can link to and what you can redirect to and things like that. Because up to that point, it was just what you can host. But the law hadn't really explored, well, what if you don't actually host some content, but you just redirect or link to content? So, yeah, it was an interesting case.
I am amused by that.
Why wouldn't Ford want GM Sucks to be redirected to Ford?
They didn't want to be associated with that kind of negative publicity, and plus it, you know, it was without their authorization, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, corporate suits don't like that kind of. They don't have a sense of humor.
Nor do government suits.
I've never pushed the button of a bunch of suits for a laugh. Never. Wonder how many people know what GeoCities is.
Oh, I
I
remember
remember.
GeoCities. Zinger, what do you think we should do tonight? You want to come and play with us?
I never finished the little fellowship quest in Narcos and Dark Coast. Narcoast and Cart Coast.
Yeah, we could do more stuff out there.
But never. I did get a few travel point tables and undone.
Well, good.
So I'm just cleaning up the few last orcs that remain in there.
Well, the landscape versions of those, I mean, I call them landscape. They're kind of like instances, but public instances. There's like a easy section, and then you go further, and then there's a section that has nothing but elites in it.
Yeah, you had to break down a gate, fight a gate. to get
Well,
through.
yeah. In Skoyrunk, you break through a gate. I forget what you do in Towers of the Teeth, but then there's a bunch of really nasty trolls in there. And you have to, as part of the quest chain, you have to defeat those elites. And eventually you unlock the Fellowship resource instances, which are tough.
Okay. Is there any reason to get those?
Well, I mean, just for completionism, it's... or if you want to max out your Host of the West, it gives you some options for accelerating that. Or the resource sub factions like the Armorer and the Weaponist and the Provisioner factions. The whole Host of the West Herbalist thing is extraordinarily convoluted.
It is
I mean,
mind-boggling.
much worse than some other things that people complain about.
So I try to be consistent and just complain about everything. It's much easier that way.
And I'm consistent and try to complain about nothing.
How may I help you?
No, see, the proper Canadian way is to complain about things, but then to say sorry at the end of it.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry.
I work with a bunch of Canadians, so we joke about that all the time.
Would you say some of your best friends are Canadians, so you're not really bigoted or discriminating?
I'll tell you, the most foul-mouthed person that I've ever worked with is a Canadian, but it's usually followed by sorry.
Speaking of apologies, and I was already thinking about this because of the joke website idea, is you remember what Matt Rife did?
I don't.
So he had a comedy special where some of his jokes raised the ire of those easily offended, and afterwards he tweeted out a thing that said, "If any of my jokes has offended you, please see my apology website here." Website was for special needs helmets.
Nice.
A little bit of salt in that wound there. Insult to injury.
He learned the lesson early on: don't bow to the rage mob.
Well, we've got inventory management, task item turn-ins, and crafting all out of the way fairly early tonight. Are we going to do any actual adventuring or questing?
That's a question. I didn't hear a lot of enthusiasm for doing the resource instance unlock grind for the wastes.
What? Goyronk and Towers?
I didn't hear people chomping at the bit to do that.
That's because I don't know what they are, so...
They're on my quest tracker, so I'd like to get rid of them.
I guess we can go do that. It might be mildly amusing.
We picked those quests up, 4 of them, when we finished Langruben.
I don't think I bothered to pick them up. I think I have to get them.
Okay. Well, you have to go back to what's his name. Is that Candor?
Yeah, it's kind of on the way anyway.
Flag Hill?
Now, I've been doing this overseer post where I'm supposed to search for oosh ball.
Ooh,
I
what?
can't find them. Can't find them.
That is
in
weird,
the,
Pawn.
ball.
Say it again?
Ushkabal, Ushkbal.
That's
Uh,
in
Udon,
Udun.
and it's overseer post. It's after you found all the flags and you're back in the foundry in the
Anglak.
Anglak. Yeah. So I'm
So
south of it. Oh, do
there's
I have
actually-
to put it? Yeah.
There's a spot
Can I help
directly
you find
across the
something,
road
friend?
from the entrance to Anglak.
Oh, okay. I had a red marker in the wrong spot that put me in the wrong area.
I'm not sure if that's exactly where you're at, because I know that's a very lengthy thread. But that is most definitely one of the last locations you go to in that thread. If nothing else, it's a discovery point.
Yeah, I've been up through Angleg once, but that was
You don't always
Just-
get directed there because it's not like
Greetings.
immediately visible from the road. You have to just when you get to across from the entry to the forges and foundry there, the fortress. Yeah, you want to just go south a little ways to the cliff edge. And like I say, it might not be that that's where you need to be right now, but there's other things that go on, like on the road to Anglak in that thread, where you meet a group of people, like above one of the other forges. So there's a little side road before you get up to the farthest north area there.
yeah, I was in there. Oh,
Okay.
I'll check the wiki when I really get stuck here. But I'm in this area with all the ramps and the 2 sections divided with the trolls walking
Yeah,
through them.
I know where you are.
And that's where my marker or circle is around the southern ramp.
Okay.
area.
So there is
How can I be of
an
service?
overseer viewpoint there,
Oh, is that with the gears there?
but there's something else you have to do first. You have to find the blood stain. It's near the back of one of the forges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one catches people all the time. You need to spot the blood stain. And I'm thinking it's on the northwest
How may I help you, friend?
section.
I wonder if I'll find it with my next item key. Or whether it be a hidden thing.
No, you have to be close to it before it presents as an item.
Okay.
But you know where all of those circular like mill grinders are?
Yeah.
It's right against the edge of one of those, and I
Gondor
think
needs
it's to
your
the
aid.
northwest.
Oh, I found it. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Now
Yeah.
you will be able to find your guy on the overseer's little porch.
Yeah, I even have footprints leading me there. I think they lead me there. You know, when Rubik's Cube couldn't be solved, people made a lot of money selling little books with all the answers.
There's an answer to a Rubik's Cube.
Well, a way to approach it, and
Yeah.
the answer is an algorithm.
There are 3 fairly standard pattern techniques that are fairly simple to learn and 100% effective. How guys look at a cube and then figure out like a 12-move sequence to finish it is beyond me. I consider myself a very well above average puzzle solver, and I'm clueless as to that capacity.
Oh, Forbin Kid, who was I going to shout out tonight?
In one ear and out the other?
Nope. Somebody rated us Wednesday, and I remember saying, Forbin Kid, remind me to shout them out on Friday.
Man, is he
I
doing
thought
his
you'd
best
forget about
antler
that.
invitation there?
What?
No, everybody was going to use their channel points to have me time out Antler. That's the running gag now.
No, it's just his line of you asked the who to shout out, and he said in one ear and out the other. It sounded like, you know, one of Emma's attempts to sound witty.
The correct answer is Grim Fantasy 2. Grim Fantasy 2 came by and rated us on the Big Ed Mustafa channel on Wednesday. Wanted to shout out Grim Fantasy 2. I am giving you 3 demerits, Forbin Kid, and noting it in your permanent record.
Careful, Antler might have enough channel points to time out somebody else.
Not in this channel, he doesn't.
Unless I have an absolute good
I just
reason
thought I'd
to.
put it to the test, Ed, because I figured there'd be zero need to guess who he would want to silence.
Wait till Sunday night.
All right, well, I am writing for the Camp of the West, and I will...
Camp of the Hope of the
Camp of the Host.
of the West.
Yep.
I'm at
Those folks.
I'm at the top of an allegiance quest. One of those, you know, go to this base, that base, this base, in Mornar. So I'll be along present.
Okay. I have a free-to-play style Stable Masters right ahead of me. Odranus, has been a while, Ed. Have you had the Oreo Coke Zero yet? I have not been able to get my hands on the soda. I'm drinking regular Coke Zero. I did get my hands on a pack of the Coca-Cola flavored Oreo cookies, and I was eating those at the start of the stream.
I actually might get on Monday and go get a pack of the Oreo cookies.
You might get struck in the head by a meteorite before then.
But he'll do that after he catches an air show.
Perfect.
You know, you could crumble up some of those Coke-flavored Oreo cookies into your Coke, then you could have Coke-flavored Oreo-flavored Coke.
Yeah.
I kind of have a question on that.
What is your question?
There are lots of questions about that.
Yeah, the doctor prescribing your insulin would have questions about that.
I had to take my car back to the dealer today. I got my license plates yesterday, and I went to go put them on and discovered there was no front license plate bracket, which is legally required in Nebraska. So I came pulling into the service garage. Hi, how can we help you? Yeah, would you put my front license plate on, please? Oh, yeah, we can do that for you.
Huh, Michigan doesn't require a front license plate.
A lot of states don't. Nebraska does. Next to property taxes, I think car registration fees are one of the largest sources of income in the state. So,
Yeah.
Senegal says front
I'd
license
pay-
plates
I'd
are
pay
required in my state.
$5.95. I pay $5.95 for the inspection, and
Do y'all not have state income tax? We do. State income tax, property tax, state sales tax.
I laugh every time I register a vehicle now in Texas.
Yeah, it's got to be a whole different ballpark than where you came
California, it's more like $95 for the smog inspection, which is only every other year, and then anywhere from $280 to $600 for the vehicle registration, depending on unknowable factors.
Define abnormal factors. Do I need to say it? Because if I say it, it's probably going to end up happening.
Yeah, that must be nice, Odranus.
I'm going to say it. Mrs. M's been quiet tonight.
I had her pretty well settled in right before I started the stream. She finished her whole bento box, and I gave her half a banana for dessert, and she's just comfortably watching TV. And she normally sleeps better after she goes to physical therapy. We got in this huge argument at physical therapy a few weeks ago. She was like, I'm not going in October. I'm like, yeah, you're going. And I had both of her therapists like arguing with her, and the receptionist at the clinic was watching all of this and listening to her, everybody going back and forth with her. And so the last visit in September, I'm like, hi, do you have Helen's schedule all ready to go for October? And she's kind of looking at me like, are you sure you want to ask that in front of her? I'm like, we're good. And she went, okay. And she hands me the schedule. And I just lean over to my wife. I go, all right, sweetie, it looks like we're back here on the 2nd and the 4th. And she's like, okay. And the receptionist was like, yeah, I didn't think there was any way after the fuss she put in a few days ago. I'm like, yeah, she was just in a mood. a couple weeks from now, we'll be having the same argument again, but she's fine for now. We were kind of laughing about it. Oh, now she's collaring. Boy, you did put the hex on me, didn't you, Antler? All right.
That's what I said. I didn't want to say it.
All right. Well, next time I'm in Elkhorn, don't be surprised if I don't stop by and beat you with a towel and a bar of soap.
Well, good thing I'm not in Elkhorn anymore.
That is a good thing. But I know where the bowling alley is where you work.
He'll drag you to Elkhorn and then beat you up.
Yeah. And in all fairness, it might not even be a bar of soap and a towel. It might be a couple of golf balls and an old tube sock. We'll see.
Or I have butter sock.
I try to stay flexible on these things. The method with which the pain is inflicted isn't that important, Antler.
Goals.
Only that you will pay a horrible, horrible price. Hmm?
I find 1/4-inch ball bearings. Kind you would use that. Those in a sock. Much better than a couple of.
Let us hope you bring glad tidings, friend. Will you hear my plight?
By the large size stuff.
Ooh, we've got a
Will you hear my
Langruven
plight?
Quest. The Destruction?
That's a
Will you
repeatable.
hear my
Okay.
plight?
I mean,
Will you hear my
we'd be
plight?
willing to run it if you really, really want to, but Langruven,
Done it.
isn't that kind of in our rearview mirror?
Yeah.
Not Bria's though. So whenever she feels up.
We shall hold fast against the enemy.
Well, looks like we're all here.
And
Everybody has the quest.
what is the quest?
You'll find
There's-
them under the
there's
waste
two for each.
Slag Hills.
There's two for each. It's enclaves in the depths and overseas they're in the maggot holes for Skoyrunk, and then waiting in the darkness and sorcerers in the tower for Tower of the Teeth.
Those aren't. Those are landscape, not instance.
Well, but they're the inner part of the instance of the landscape, where you
Yeah.
have to make your way
go-
to the.
You go into the You complete these. I guess you get credit for these if you go in the instance. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I think we should
Well,
ride over there.
Can
and
we
go
can
in.
we even get to the instance yet? Because you don't do it from the instance finder, and he doesn't have a quest to send us to the instance. So
I guess not. I guess we have to do these from landscape. So we have to ride over.
Which one do we want to do first?
Whichever one presents an entrance quicker, so Skoyron. Go.
somewhere up here.
So, come to me.
Won't let you jump over the maggot holes.
No, it's not in those big horizontal holes. It's over here.
I know. All right, pause at the entrance. I'll go take care of Mrs. M and grab a fresh Coke Zero. I'll be right back. Chair,
I'll grab
stream,
one, too.
hype. Good call. Everybody grab a Coke
Oh,
Zero.
Yeah. Sasquatch blend.
All right, I am back.
I'm back. I have a Coke Zero too, so you won't know if the burps are coming from me or Big Ed.
I'm pretty good about muting my burps.
Not tonight, you aren't.
Well, I'm just going to automatically presume everyone blame you, whether I burp or not.
I'm actually gonna call it a night. I do have a small headache, so I'm gonna light.
Well, not half as bad of a headache as you're going to have when I catch you. I'm going to punch your ticket for a ride on the pain train.
Hey, I said I didn't say it.
I don't want to say this, but I'm going to
Oh,
say
what's
this.
this good location
on.
here? I'm planting something.
I'll see you guys later.
Oh,
Good night, Antler.
Planting bone. Yeah, there were. Thought I could put some a pile of bones.
huh. Whatever that is, I don't have that quest.
I think that's from the repeatable. Well, no, that's another unlock quest. I'm starting to forget all this crap.
Yeah, it says you're not eligible.
There's like
Oh, weird.
4 or 5 different versions of this damn area. it's confusing. But if we see a wall, it should be.
I don't think that what we're doing allows us to break that gate. He's planting these.
Oh, that brings the spectators along.
Bacchus checking in. Hi, Bacchus. I'm good.
What is the name of that quest?
An unexpected confusion. Build bone idols.
Here's the
How
gate.
have I?
Here's the gate.
Yeah, but are we? Is this? I don't think this is a position where. Oh, I guess it is.
Yeah, the bruisers are behind. And overseers.
You have a need to attack Bruce here.
For the quests that I have, yes.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. Oh wait, I do have the Bruce. Yeah, Bruce is it over here. Okay. The plant stuff along the way. I don't.
Yikes.
These guys hit me really hard when I was in here.
Give me a
we
second.
might
I'll
wanna-
switch to healing stance.
I'll go to blue line.
Yeah, I'm gonna change to tanking.
And we might want some
Stand
CC
by.
even.
Canadian Club? I don't think it's a good idea to be drinking in here. Alright, with the power of burglar heels, we'll be invincible now.
I think we get 3 at the next.
Well, I
Oh,
Hold,
can
please.
and
Don't
then,
go yet. Stop. For some reason, my trait window, it froze and it just now switched over. I'm good.
All right, these guys are gray to me, so I have to actually do something for them.
Okay.
Hang on a second. I'm just going to pull a couple of them from the right. 3. Get 2. Alright. Geez, there's some respawns behind us.
Yeah, I do have my res.
And the gate is closed too, so we have to fight to get out of this area. Fight the wall. Kill the gate.
Bacchus, how's your Saturday morning going? Do you have some coffee brewing? Do we have a plan for picking salinity back up?
Oh,
Oh, I released.
I know where that one
I'm-
goes to.
where?
Just up the road.
Well, no, what I did was I just did a milestone to Camp of the Host, and I'm making my way back from the Slag Hills.
Okay.
But the trouble is, I'm going to have to get around all the respawns to rejoin you.
Can we go to the front door then to just
Yeah,
meet
we-
up
Well-
and run through? We might as well.
Yeah. It's a lot easier, I think,
Then
to
that
get
way,
through those.
yeah.
Well, there's somebody else in here, so they might be doing some of the work for us. We're not too far from the front.
Just need to get back in.
Oh, yeah, we are a ways from it actually.
Yeah, because you got to go like clockwise all the way around to get in.
Yeah.
I think if we keep going up, it'll take us back to where we need to go, won't it?
I could get there without bothering any of these guys.
It's alright, it's working towards Slayer deeds. And he's still riding back. Don't go ahead. Don't leave us
Oh,
behind.
he's not there? Oh, okay. He's not there yet.
You probably didn't even see them.
Oh, I saw them. I just figured at this point it was just as easy to go.
But we're there anyway.
This is the entrance, yeah.
Yep. Like Compton, man, South Central.
3 hours of sleep, Bacchus, is not enough sleep. Hopefully watching my stream will knock you right out like it does most of the rest of the people who watch this.
Well, for some reason, I just can't find the entrance today. Is someone outside that can guide me?
Yeah, we can step out.
Yeah, hang on. I'm out.
Okay. Oh, right there. Jeez, I must have ridden past it 15 times.
Wow. Okay. Okay, fastest way to the other big room with an overseer should be the upper left.
I thought they were along the same passage. The two alcoves on the right.
Think so?
I thought
Okay.
so. That I seem to
Yeah.
remember that.
Fine. I thought they were maximum distance apart from each other, but I can't claim to be an expert on it.
We'll find them no matter where they're hiding.
You can't hide from us.
Path is still empty. Somebody Somebody else has been going. Hey, there's the wall we already did.
Somebody level.
Yeah, it was me.
Ah, there.
Ow.
Using as many AoEs as I can because they hit the gate. Taking its time to get back into that. Back.
Thank you, Ginger. Ginger says, speaking of sleep, it's time for me to go to bed. Have fun and don't die too much. Take care, Ginger. Get some rest.
It's too late for that for me. keep on backing up to the gate.
Yeah, get as close to the gate as possible. Now what's fun is those AoE attacks are hitting the warriors on the side.
You stood next to the wrong wall, buddy.
Yep. One of the warriors went down before the gate did.
I don't know. I'm standing by this wall. I have a bad feeling about this.
Are there any other unfinished side quests?
Well,
I have one more bone idol to plant somewhere. But
I need to figure out where the heck that quest comes from. Because I
yeah,
don't-
are you advanced beyond where we are? Because we don't have those. Did you already do what we just did?
I've come through here. I got the gate, but I didn't get all the way through. I thought maybe at the back of the cave there would be a passage to the other dungeon because they talked about a connection between the two of them.
No, there's no passage between this tower. But the place where you need to place another bone idol is probably up here in this northern passage among the worms.
Yeah, I know you do it as part of the sequence, but we don't have it, so it seems like it might be further along.
Okay, well I can.
What's the name of that quest again?
The unexpected confusion, and it's building bone idols, 3 of them, and I've done 2 while we were in here. I've run through past quite a few because they spawn orcs when I build it.
Yeah, I don't have that one. You can't share it, can you?
No, they weren't.
No, it's in a chain that starts at a small ranger camp.
I think they're talking about the camp at Slag Hills.
No. No.
Oh, what camp are they talking about?
Thurendal. It's a little ways outside of Farondir.
Oh, here's. No, that's
Nah, it's just a,
flower.
well, if you want to call it that.
Flower, whatever.
Bone mallow. How can bone mallow be a flower?
It's just a name.
It's a mushroom.
To a bee, it's a flower.
It's bone mallow, not bone marrow.
Yeah.
So it's like marshmallow, so why not?
Fungus.
Yeah, there's one just ahead here.
Your intersection.
Oh no, it didn't. Can't use it. Oh, that must be one I've already done. Maybe.
Okay, so Well, let's
Yeah,
go
I
hunting.
can't do it.
Let's go hunting. Let's stay together. The only one that'll be able to see it, but I suggest probably if we turn north on this one.
Oh, here it is. Good location. Yeah, it's actually labeled. And I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, here comes the worshippers. About 5 of them.
Well, there was only 2 of them. The other guys got pulled from the...
Shino7 says hello, hello. Hello, Shino7. Thank you for the raid.
We don't need to go that way, Ed.
Okay, I was trying to catch up with chat.
In fact, so there's nothing else really to accomplish in here right now.
Fair enough. Let's head out.
So this is
No,
the
it's-
exit path.
So it's kind of funny. Yeah, it does. According to Wiki, it does start at Thorndal, but I've always done things completionist mode in order, so I never noticed that that was a prereq. Because I had always done that by the time I got this far.
Mandalay checking in. Hi, Mandalay. Welcome, everybody. We are in a dark, dank dungeon in the wastes.
In one of the worst places ever.
Bone-filled maggot holes.
Worst place in the worst place in the worst area outside of Mordor itself.
But it feels so good when you come out.
Yeah, you come out to the acid pools and junk piles.
I don't like it here. There's no fishing in the wastes.
To the teeth. To the teeth.
Oh, should we go directly there?
We're not turning
why
in
not?
first.
I guess doesn't matter.
I mean, both
They
of
are
these
sequenced.
sets are going to have follow-on, so we might as
Yeah.
well do ping pong back and forth between them.
Okay. Zordon says, what? No fishing? Nothing to catch here but dirty skulls and rusty weapons. It makes me sad.
There would be sweaty socks if orcs were soft.
So we go right inside for this one.
Yep.
Wrong way.
Done the prereq series too.
Yeah, it looks like we won't get the full experience here unless we do that whole long chain way back in Thorndal.
Well, if I've done any of those, give me a... Yes. Ah, fine.
I see a named tent. It must be worth something.
Named what?
Tent. It says tent over top of it, so it's named. Oh, something's in here. So does everybody get credit for the tent when I do it? Burn it?
Let's hope
No.
so.
I don't think.
Oh,
Well,
you
I
don't
don't
have
think
We don't have
we
the-
have the
We
quest.
don't have
Oh,
the
okay.
quests you have.
Okay, I won't bother doing it.
You can go ahead and do it. That's fine.
Yeah, if you want to do it,
No.
then
Hold up.
I'll let
Now
us start
the
There's two.
structures. Hang on, let me see.
we don't have the quest for that either.
We don't have the quest. We can still destroy them, but
Yeah.
Gantran checking in. Hi, Gantran. We'll get Gantran streaming buddy shouted out too.
And three.
you have quests for like the crawlers and bats and things.
Well, whether he has a quest or not, there are deeds.
Yep.
Now there was a tent in the back corner.
You should probably burn it.
I don't know how many tents there are. Oh, there's two tents back here. Tent City.
Nice.
Chill out. Don't be too tense.
Oh,
So,
I'm getting that
Farmington,
crawlers
do you have a quest to destroy the structure, the beams?
now. No, I don't think so.
Okay, well then that must be a
I
later
think
one.
so.
Okay, so let's not bother destroying those.
Where's our path from here?
I think it was over here.
Yeah, it goes west,
wow.
but it kind of goes around.
I don't know that
That's right.
Aubrey's here. In fact, I don't think she is. I was just shouting her out.
Aubrey the weird one
Yep.
was streaming
was.
earlier.
Yeah, not too long ago.
I don't think it was Lotro, but I could be wrong.
No, it
That's
was.
okay.
Was it? Okay. There's
Strawbell got a new computer. She was having problems last Wednesday night with getting the sound set up properly.
It can be tricky. Nico says, thank you for the wonderful game. I've been playing with Joy since 2015. That is awesome, but I am simply a guest streamer on this channel. I've been enjoying it since 2007.
We've got some heavy fire from up on that platform there.
I'll go deal with that. Hey, you. Yeah, die. Funny when a goblin with like 50 health yet left says,
You cannot defeat me.
We cannot kill you. We can defeat you, though.
and mini bosses that are like, how could this be? And there's ones that sound like Twiggy, the robot from the Buck Rogers series. Beady 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 beady. Oh, fuck.
Where they make the airplane noises. Wow, wow, wow.
I got on my worm.
Got what?
I got all my worms. I've been dewormed.
Zornan says, after 12 years, I just realized the goblins sound like Beavis and Butthead. Are you threatening me? I need TP for my bunghole.
Now we go.
We'll travel to Lake Titicaca.
Alright, so this part beyond is where the elites are. So we need to be a little bit more careful here. These war trolls hurt.
No danger, no
Come on.
thrill.
Come get me.
So you keep forgetting that we're undefeatable because of bird heals.
Does that heal the whole fellowship, or do you have to individually do? Oh,
Nope,
okay.
heals the whole fellowship.
Good. Good. Feeling much better now.
Exactly.
John asked, but I'm feeling much better. Comic genius wholly unknown to this generation.
Three of 10 more trolls.
Yeah.
They must all be in the back here.
Well, just make sure you don't kill any of the peace trolls.
Hang on, let me grab these two guys that are on the right side. Good, they don't bring anybody else. Come on. There you go.
Eleanor says, I filtered most of the goblin voices. No? Oh, I've gotten used to them over the years. They don't bother me.
And they're free.
Yeah.
What? Uh-oh, where'd you go?
Okay, there's our first sorcerer.
So, think you can mez the sorcerer and we pull everybody else over here?
Yeah.
Let's try that. Let me know if
He's mezzed.
dead.
It doesn't look like it took, though.
Not moving.
Shoot both.
No, he
Oh.
does ranged attacks, induction and ranged attacks.
And he's summoning. It's alright, I'll take care of this war leader. You guys can deal with the sorcerer and the other player.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the good fiery puddle and the bad fiery puddle.
I've been assuming the white ones are good.
Oh, controls.
Hiding in plain sight.
There's a sorcerer behind us. I don't know. He must have respawned.
Holy,
Yeah, I guess so.
not cool.
And
Well,
he seems to
I'll
be
tell you what, if that's
immune to
what's
stuff.
gonna happen, we can just stay put. Is there any reason to need to push farther in if those things are all going to respawn that quick?
More trolls.
Well, but I don't think that there are any trolls that are going to spawn there.
Okay, there's one to the left.
There's one to the right.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Wow.
level 142 that's running through here. I bet he's not having much trouble.
Damn him, fellowship. Getting stoned.
I missed the black arrow in the back.
So should we attack the other black arrow?
There's
One
this
down.
one.
Oh, that brought a troll. Got it.
That troll punted me, and I thought I was going to land in the middle of that other group. Would have been awkward.
Oh,
Do we want the rest of the guys up above, or? No, we don't need any of those things.
black arrows.
Need sorceresses
Need sorcerers.
or sorcerers.
And trolls.
So there's
need
two
one more
sorcerers
troll.
here. And I see a troll.
I see 2 trolls.
Yep.
I see one that matters. Oh, they always stun me.
That's 10.
Okay, there's a sorcerer here. Kind of need to go past the troll to get to him. Might be able to aggro him without.
Well, we could do it from the other side, over here. Without aggroing the troll.
Don't know. It's a small gap. I can try it.
Oh, that sorcerer. There's at least 3 sorcerers in this area.
Come on around. Here, everybody get behind the pillar. See if it comes around.
Yeah, here it comes.
Now, bring the sorcerer around the. There we go. Careful. Where's the next nearest sorcerer? I don't...
Right in front of me.
Oh, who's traveling?
Oh, I see it.
Oh.
Alright, hang on. I won't aggro anything just because of where I'm standing, so I can move him and whoever he brings with him without aggroing a bunch of trolls.
Are you getting a line of sight for the sorcerer?
Where is he?
War leader. Is he a big shot?
Not really. Just an honorary title. Everybody behind the pillar.
Or 4 sorceries.
All right,
Isn't
so
there a
do
way
we
out
want
at
to
the
find
back
our
of this
way-
place?
Yeah.
Well,
Was there a mustering horn at the Slaghorn camp?
Yeah, I think
yes.
All right, then I can just do a double swift travel there and muster people.
That dog will hunt.
Does the mustering horn bring everyone in the fellowship, or do you have to do
No,
one?
you have to
Does
do
it
it
one at a time.
And there is some sort of cooldown on it too.
Don't need
so
me. Don't need to do me.
Because yeah, I can milestone, and then yeah,
Okay.
I'll milestone.
Okay, chat's gone quiet, so we'll talk about food some more. Earlier, I was mentioning that I am not a fan of turkey. I don't mind turkey. I eat it once in a while. It's probably my least favorite form of meat. So, for those of you out there who love turkey, what's your favorite way to eat turkey? Maybe I'm just not doing it right.
You get one of those great big turkey fryer things.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
I never
Looks
have had
like a
deep fried
bomb.
turkey.
Let us hope you bring
And
bomb
glad
launcher.
Frozen
tidings,
turkey.
friend.
No, don't do that. It'll explode.
Uh-oh.
The Rangers
Must
of
make sure
Athelion
the
seek
turkey
your
is
intrepid aid in
fully
breaking the
thawed.
lidless vigil that the Towers of the Teeth
Fellowship
keep
has
over the
started a
plain of
private encounter
Dagorlad.
in-
From within.
Yeah, I ended up back at Car Host. I'm leaving Instance. I wasn't expecting to be teleported right away. Mandalay says gator better. Yeah, I'd rather eat gator meat than turkey. And again, it's not that I dislike turkey. It's not that turkey's bad. I just like everything else better.
Okay.
That quest does have a 1-hour timer, by the way.
Yeah, I took the first timed quest, the one for towers.
Oh,
If
well, okay.
Hang on a second. The one that's defeat Thrugash.
You can just cancel it.
That's
Hang on.
Skoyrunk.
Yeah, if you cancel it though, you can't take it again until the next day.
No, it's
Right.
still it's showing as available
That's
to me.
Skoyrunk.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Which one did I
I
cancel?
don't cancel it.
Driver of Fear is Skoyrunk.
Yeah, it shows it as available
Be
again.
wary, my friends.
Okay.
Evil
Yeah,
spoils
no.
these
Oh, yeah.
grounds.
It didn't block it.
So,
Yep.
which one are we doing?
now, can I say okay to the Fellowship has started private encounter, or will it send me there?
No, won't do
You
anything.
you can
That's
say
just
okay.
notification. You can
Yeah,
say okay,
okay.
and it won't move you.
Pot and
Okay,
Finberry says elk meat is good. Elk meat is one of the finest red meats there is.
So when you get that notification that your fellowship has entered a private encounter, you say okay, but your choices are either go to the quest initiator or a reflecting pool that offers that instant. That's your ways in.
Okay.
So that's like, oh, get to Candor and start this, instance with everybody else, or get to the nearest reflecting pool that would give you that instance. Yeah, that would suck
Do
to
we-
hit that okay and get sucked out of something you were trying
Yep.
to get done.
So are we doing it?
So, which one?
Well, Thrugash, Driver of Fear, is Skoyrunk.
Yeah, and I can't retake that for 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Really, I canceled it and it was available to me again instantly.
Maybe because you actually went in.
Maybe, I don't know.
I really don't know because
That's
it
weird,
won't let
yeah.
me. Yeah, it's
Moose
got 3
2
hours.
and Buffalo. Buffalo is excellent. North American bison
that's-
is delicious.
Actually, Driver of Fear has a 12-hour
Yeah, it's 12 hours
PD
for
on
me.
me.
All right, so shall we all do Towers of the Teeth then?
Did anybody accidentally take that one and cancel it?
Nope.
Towers of the Teeth.
Then let's do it.
Oh, Guardians
Towers
of the Teeth. I have a 12-hour lockout on that.
There you go.
That's the one
you
I
took.
started, yeah.
And now we know.
Okay.
And
So
now
we're hosed on that.
So some of us are hosed on one, and some of us
Yeah.
are hosed on the other.
all right.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Slayer deed.
Slayer deed. Oh man.
Langruven Slayer Deed?
Where?
Yeah.
Langruven? No.
Let's just go out to Lingris and kill spiders until sunup.
The what kind of slayers do I have undone in?
And that's really my point, Mandalay and Potton, is that literally every other kind of meat is more delicious than turkey. Turkey's fine. If there's nothing else to eat, eat turkey. If it's Thanksgiving, eat turkey. I don't dislike turkey. There's just a lot of really flavorless, mediocre turkey out in the world. I would much rather eat anything else. Potton says, I'm off. Have fun storming the castle.
Storming the Teeth.
I could not think of a meat that I wouldn't prefer over turkey.
Oh, I know something we could do. We could hunt down. That's not as easy, I guess. I was gonna say the scourges, but you have to fight off all kinds of other stuff to get to them most of the time.
Scourges of Mordor?
Yeah,
Well, they're not that hard. They're usually just right off
they're
of the
not
trail.
hard. Yeah, they're not hard. They're tricky to solo, but they're not that hard. The
Hubby hunts all sorts of stuff. I haven't had rattlesnake meat, I have to confess. I'm sure it's fine.
Why don't I see these? Might be, oh, because that's actually treated as a quest, isn't it?
I think it's a deed, isn't it?
I think you get credit for a completed deed, but I think it presents as a let's see. Yeah, Mordor, Scourges of Gorgoroth. They show it
Wild
as a
boar
quest.
is supposed to be delicious. Are we meditating on what we're going to do next?
I'm at the provisioner. Provisioner
May
selling
Faramir
all my
guide
junk.
us to victory.
Nothing wrong with that.
May Faramir guide us to victory. We shall hold fast against the enemy.
We're going to hold fast against the enemy.
Okay, so the more I'm looking at the wiki pages here, it seems like you actually need to go to Dumboha and do those quests in order to fulfill the prereqs for the stuff we were just doing. And then you do a bunch of Slag Hill stuff, and then you can do those other quests. Well, I don't know if there's any interest in just blasting through all of that.
No, that doesn't sound that interesting to me.
Didn't think so.
You could always go hobnob.
Well, supposedly there's a way to manipulate it so that you don't actually need 6 people. I don't know the details of it, and it sounds kind of exploity to me.
Whoa, what are we talking
Well, Hubnanigans, I understand.
about? Oh,
Normally, if you run it the normal way, requires what, 2 teams of 6 each or something? But if you manipulate it, there's something to do with the items that you use for the event, and you like pick up the item and then switch to another character and do something else and blah 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 blah. I don't know the details, but supposedly you can even solo one side of it. So yeah, in theory we could run it with fewer than 6, but it's kind of complicated and sounds like it might technically be an exploit.
If we try playing Hobnanigans without Zinger, Zinger will get super mad. He loves Hobnanigans. Hobnanigans and Essence Armor.
I have been in so many places where it is a crime, a specific crime, to kick a chicken.
Chickens give so much and ask so little of us.
We have outgrown the chicken kicking taboo.
They deserve the full protection of the law.
But not turkeys.
I wonder why we don't eat turkey eggs. That question haunts me.
I don't know about that, but duck eggs are interesting.
Yep.
I had someone who had ducks on their property, and they brought me duck eggs.
Duck eggs and quail eggs are available in the Asian markets here in town. And of course, I threatened to eat balut if we raised enough money for Make-A-Wish. Thankfully, that didn't happen.
If
But
I understand properly, turkey hens don't lay nearly as frequently as other fowl.
yeah, I figured they
So-
probably just weren't as prolific of egg layers.
Not.
Plus, I mean, if the potential is a full-grown turkey versus selling an egg, I imagine you'd want to raise as many turkeys as you can.
Yep.
It's a whole different value equation. Whereas a full-grown chicken's not worth nearly as much money. I tell you what, since we can't decide what else we want to do, we've got a lot of friends who are streaming right now. Sally is streaming Throne and Liberty. Jules Quest is streaming Throne and Liberty. El Galadwin's streaming Baldur's Gate 3. And there's even some Lotro streamers that are streaming Lotro, including Sleepy Dog TV and Potino Bowen. Tux Ramus is streaming Star Wars The Old Republic. Let's go raid Sleepy Dog TV. And we'll just go hunt roving threats in southern Mirkwood on Wednesday. And by then, the cooldown on all of those quests we didn't take will be off.
and we can have a coordinated approach.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Take a quest. Oops.
Head on over, say hi to Sleepy Dog TV. Have a great weekend, everybody. I should be on my own channel tomorrow and Sunday. Come by and say howdy. And yeah, go Huskers, go Seahawks. We'll talk to you guys all soon. Peace out.
Go Wolverines. Good night.
Oh, I shouted him out instead of starting a raid. That's why I thought it'd be a good idea to shut down. I'm starting to get a little punchy. There we go. The raid has been created. Okay. I'm kind of new to streaming. I've only been doing this for about a decade, so thank you for bearing with me, everybody. I'm not a smart man.
Good night.
It might not be the way that some people view that, but that's the way I view it, right? Because I like to, I game with everybody the best I can. Like if somebody messaged me and asked me to come on their raid, 100% I'm gonna come on their raid. Like just, if I can make the time, I'm making the time, right? Oh my goodness. Milo. We just got raided by the Lotro stream. Yo, it's Big Ed. What's going on, guys? Welcome in.